My beloved child, please open your heart and listen carefully to what is about to be revealed to you, because within the very next hour, something truly extraordinary is going to happen that will transform your entire existence forever. Please do not turn your attention away from this message, because your presence here is absolutely not an accident or a random coincidence. This is a very special moment that was scheduled for you before the creation of the world, and it has finally arrived in your life, because you have been specifically chosen to receive the wonderful things that are about to be released. I want you to focus all your attention on what is being said right now, because these words hold a deep and lasting significance that will affect your life for eternity. The upcoming hour is not just another normal block of time, but it is instead a sacred and holy period that has been specifically marked and sealed with a divine presence. You should not treat this time lightly or carelessly, and you must protect it from any distractions that might try to steal this special moment away from you. This message is coming directly into the deepest, most hidden parts of your inner being, touching those secret areas that you assumed no one else could ever see or understand. Right now, a promise is being made to you that this very hour marks the exact point where your entire life begins to change for the better. You have spent so much time waiting and hoping, and every single quiet cry of your heart has been noticed, especially during those dark nights when you whispered into the emptiness and wondered if anyone truly saw you or cared about your pain. You can be completely assured that you are seen, you are deeply cared for, and active movements are happening on your behalf right now. The negative forces in this world tried very hard to convince you that there was only silence from above, making you believe that you had been completely forgotten, that your prayers were a total waste of time, and that your words were just disappearing into thin air. However, the truth is that every single one of your prayers, every tear you have cried, and every sad sigh you have released has been heard and kept safely like a beautiful treasure. The long season of silence is finally coming to an end, and a brand new era of breakthrough is opening up right in front of you. You must not look past this message, because within the next 60 minutes, the realm of heaven is preparing to make a direct visit to your life. A special sign is being sent, an incredible blessing is being released, and the very air around you is changing. An individual is being prepared to act as an instrument to bring you the exact things that have been blocked and held back from you for a very long time. This wonderful breakthrough might show up as an encouraging word, a physical gift, a brand new opportunity, or a door that suddenly swings wide open for you. It is vital for you to understand that this event will not be random or a stroke of luck, but it will be a direct result of a helpful hand working behind the scenes of your life. Events are being woven together, human hearts are being aligned, and circumstances are being rearranged in ways that you cannot see right now, but very soon you will have absolute proof of who did it. There is a great sense of urgency in this message, so you must not doubt, hesitate, or allow fearful thoughts to whisper deceitful things into your mind. If you choose to close your heart right now, you will only end up delaying the beautiful gifts that have already been set free for you. You need to open your mind, live with a sense of happy expectation, and truly believe in a faithful and true promise. Even if the good news feels too incredible to be true, you must remember that absolutely nothing is impossible. The very same power that split the massive waters of the Red Sea, knocked down the giant walls of Jericho, and used a tiny amount of bread and fish to feed thousands of hungry people, is standing right in front of you today to tell you that your time is finally arrived. For far too long, you have walked through life weighed down by massive responsibilities and heavy emotional bags. You have carried deep hurts, painful disappointments, and constant worries for a very long time, but that heavy weight is being lifted away from you right now. Even as you receive these words, a comforting spirit is touching your soul, and you can likely feel a warm stirring inside your heart and a sudden rise of hope where sadness used to live. This feeling is not just your imagination, but it is a real awakening to help you realize how close comfort truly is. The heavy chains are starting to break apart, the burdens are falling away, and the atmosphere surrounding your life has already begun to transform. You will definitely not leave this moment in the same condition you were in when you first arrived. Every single night you tossed and turned in bed because your mind was filled with heavy worries and stressful thoughts is completely known. Every morning you woke up with a tired sigh, feeling far too exhausted to face the challenges of a brand new day, has been witnessed. There were so many times when you felt like throwing your hands up in the air, giving up completely, and stopping all belief that your situation could ever improve. Despite all of that, you were not allowed to be destroyed, and your personal story was not allowed to end in deep sadness. That is exactly why you have been guided to this specific place today, to serve as a powerful reminder that your life journey is nowhere near its end. Your prayers have never been wasted, and your hope is not dead at all. In fact, the exact things you assumed were gone forever are the very things that are about to be brought back to you in a much larger and better measure than you could ever dream of. You must not try to judge future possibilities by the painful things that happened to you in the past, because a completely new thing is being created right now. Do not compare this reliable promise to the broken words of ordinary people who often lie and change their minds, because what is said here will always be done, and every promise made will always be fulfilled. Right now, a firm guarantee is being given to you that within one single hour, you will see clear evidence that things are moving in your favor. You are about to receive a clear confirmation that comfort is incredibly near, faithfulness is real, and amazing miracles still happen every single day. If you choose to place your life into these safe hands, you will experience true life. This is why these words are being spoken with such intense urgency, because it would be a tragedy for you to miss out on the wonderful things that are being poured down upon you. Do not look away, do not scroll past this message, and do not let your mind wander into dark places of skepticism. This specific moment is sacred, and if you keep your heart open and receptive, you will step directly into an experience that will permanently mark your life in a wonderful way. Your ultimate destiny is being aligned, your daily path is being redirected, and you are being brought into a beautiful season of completely open doors. The long periods of waiting and delay that you had to endure were never from rejection or denial, but they were actually a time of necessary preparation to get you ready for this moment. Now that the perfect time has arrived, you are going to see incredible favor show up through the actions of other people. Someone is being strategically placed in your life to deliver the exact help and resources you need, and it will be completely undeniable that this was done by a higher power. The person who helps you might not even fully understand why they felt such a strong urge to bless you, but you will know deep inside that a loving spirit was guiding them to do it. You will see firsthand how ordinary people, everyday places, and normal moments can be used to bring about absolutely extraordinary results. When this beautiful event takes place, you will vividly remember these exact words, and you will state with total confidence that you were truly spoken to. You must listen very carefully because negative influences will try their best to steal this encouraging message away from your mind. Those dark thoughts will whisper that this promise is not meant for you, that nothing good will actually happen, and that you are simply not good enough to receive anything wonderful. You must completely ignore those lies and reject every single negative thought with total authority. You are deeply worthy, not because of any perfect things you have done, but because of a deep and unconditional love that chose you before the very earth was created. Your name has been written in a safe place. A great sacrifice was made for you, and you are viewed as a precious treasure and a source of great delight. Absolutely nothing in this universe can ever separate you from this profound love, including your painful past, your biggest mistakes, or your deepest anxieties. You must hold on tightly to this beautiful promise because in exactly 1 hour, you will see a helpful hand move in your life, and you will know that you have been remembered. In 60 minutes, the long period of painful waiting will break apart, and a joyful new season of your life will begin. Do not allow doubt or unbelief to rob you of this beautiful experience, but instead, lift your head high, increase your faith, and expect great things to happen. Get ready for doors to swing open. Expect blessings to arrive at your doorstep, and look forward to a beautiful miracle breaking through your current problems. This is truly your special moment, and the forces of heaven are already working hard on your behalf. Right now, a very important question is being asked of you, which is whether you will choose to believe these words, open your heart completely, and hold fast to this promise. Those individuals who choose to believe will see amazing glory manifest in their lives. But those who dismiss these words and walk away in doubt will end up completely empty-handed. It is not desired for you to walk away empty, but instead, the goal is for you to experience, taste, and fully see goodness while walking in the complete fulfillment of this promise. That is the exact reason why these words are coming to you with such passion, deep affection, and absolute authority today. Your special moment has arrived. Your blessing is currently traveling toward you, and your entire life is on the verge of changing forever. Please listen as closely as you possibly can, because these words are being spoken to you with the gentle tenderness of a loving Father and the absolute strength of a Savior. Every single one of your tears has been seen, including those painful nights when you cried completely alone in the dark, quickly wiping your face so that nobody else would notice your sadness. Those moments when you quickly turned your head away so people could not see the deep hurt in your eyes have been completely noticed. It is well known that there were many times when you put on a brave smile for the outside world, while your heart was secretly breaking into pieces on the inside. Comfort was right there with you during all of those times, living closer to you than the very breath in your lungs. You must never think for a single second that you were left alone or that your deep suffering went completely unnoticed by the universe. Every single tear that fell from your eyes was carefully gathered up, and every single cry of your aching heart reached a place of total authority. Even when no other human being on earth saw what you were going through, you were completely seen, and even when nobody else could understand your pain, your situation was fully understood. Your tears were not just seen from a distance, but the deep pain you carried inside your chest was actually felt as well. The profound sense of isolation you experienced during your quietest moments was never a journey you walked by yourself, as a comforting presence was quietly carrying that weight alongside you the entire time. Every single distressing thought that kept you awake during those long, restless nights, when you questioned your own value, wondered if anyone in this world truly noticed your pain, or felt completely hopeless about Themuro, has been fully received and understood. An incredibly clear and reassuring message is being delivered to your soul at this very moment to banish those doubts forever, letting you know with absolute certainty that you are fully recognized. You are cherished beyond measure, and a beautiful transformation is finally arriving to rewrite your future. Within this very hour, the entire spiritual realm is shifting for your personal benefit, which means you are not forgotten, you are not abandoned, and you are definitely not invisible. You are an incredibly precious individual, and a loving presence has drawn close to you today to give you total assurance. It is well understood that you have asked deep questions in the quiet moments of your soul, wondering where help was, why these terrible things were happening to you, and why you felt so completely isolated from the world. You need to know that you have never actually been alone, because even during the quietest silences, a protective presence was right there with you. Even when everything around you felt empty, you were completely surrounded by love. And even when you assumed your prayers were completely lost, they were being safely kept. This is not a distant or uncaring power that looks away from human suffering, but it is a compassionate presence that steps directly into the pain right alongside you. This is the comforting guidance that walks with you through the darkest valleys of life and carries you completely when your own physical and emotional strength totally fails. You must believe this truth beyond any shadow of a doubt, knowing that you are accompanied right now. You have been supported your whole life, and you will never be left behind. In the next 60 minutes, this presence will make itself known to you in such a clear way that you will not be able to deny it. You are going to feel a noticeable shift in the air around you. You will sense how close the peace of heaven truly is, and you will experience a deep calm that does not make sense to the regular world filling your mind. Protective angels are moving on your behalf at this very moment, completely encircling your body, and filling your room with a beautiful, glowing light. They are definitely not arriving with empty hands, because they are bringing wonderful gifts directly from a heavenly place. These gifts include a deep peace that will completely calm the wild storms in your life, a fresh joy that will lift your downcast spirit, a powerful healing that will touch both your physical body and your emotional soul, and a wonderful provision that will supply all your practical needs. Do not let any doubt creep into your mind about this, because what you are about to experience in your life is absolutely not a coincidence, but it is the fulfillment of a true promise. There is a continuous effort to bring real happiness, deep devotion, and a sense of reverence into your life through these messages, and support is always appreciated. The helpful angels are being sent out as special messengers, strong protectors and carriers of wonderful blessings, and they are completely surrounding your space right now. Some of you will begin to feel a physical sensation of warmth spreading across your chest, while others will notice a sudden, beautiful stillness taking over their worried minds. Many will experience a deep, involuntary sigh of relief that they cannot logically explain to anyone else. These are not just random bodily feelings, but they are real, tangible signs that a heavenly presence has moved incredibly close to you. You are being given a firm assurance that you do not have to walk this path alone anymore, and the difficult battles you have been fighting by yourself are being taken over. A vast heavenly host has been specifically ordered to go out and fight on your behalf, which means the heavy chains that held you back are finally breaking apart. All the deceitful lies of the enemy are being completely silenced, and the dark heaviness you carried for so long is being lifted away. Even right now, your inner spirit is likely feeling much lighter because of this close presence. You must remember that every single prayer you ever whispered in secret was fully heard by a listening ear. When you assumed that nobody in the world cared about you, there was a deep care for you, and when you thought your struggles were completely unnoticed, they were being watched with great detail. In those moments when you felt like you had absolutely nobody to lean on or trust, you were being carried through the storm. You might not have been able to physically see this help, but it was actively working in every single detail of your life. This presence was the hidden strength that kept you standing on your feet when you felt like falling down completely, and it was the sudden wave of calm that washed over you when the storms of life were at their loudest. It was that tiny whisper of hope inside your mind that refused to let total sadness destroy your life. And now, a firm promise is being made that within this very hour, you will see this helpful hand move in ways you never thought possible. You should realize that the protective angels currently being sent out have been specifically assigned to look after you. They have walked right beside you completely unseen for your entire life, shielding you from countless dangers that you did not even know were there. They stood directly between you and total destruction, guarding your footsteps when negative forces tried to set traps to ruin your life. They fought intense spiritual battles for you while you were fast asleep at night, and for this specific hour, they have been commanded to draw even closer to give you the deep comfort you have been longing for. You are going to feel their presence, you will recognize their help, and you will finally understand that you are completely backed by a powerful heavenly army. The negative forces tried very hard to convince your mind that you were entirely forsaken and left behind, whispering terrible lies that nobody was fighting for you, that you were completely weak, and that you were totally forgotten. Today, every single one of those lies is being completely shattered into pieces because you are not weak at all when a higher power is your daily strength. You are never forgotten because your name has been permanently written down, and you are not abandoned because you are surrounded by a loving spirit and an angelic presence. Heaven is actually closer to you right now than the very air you are breathing into your lungs. It is well understood that you feel incredibly weary, that the personal battles have been going on for a very long time, and that the long period of waiting has left you feeling completely drained of energy. Despite that exhaustion, a restoration process is happening for you right now to give you a beautiful peace that no human being can ever take away from you. Your head is being lifted high to remind you that your personal story is nowhere near its final page, and a beautiful new chapter is being written at this very moment. Within the next hour, you will be given a sign and a confirmation that is so incredibly clear that you will know without any doubt that your voice has been heard. A specific word will be spoken, an unexpected door will open up, and you will state with total certainty that this was a divine act. You can finally take a deep breath and rest your mind, refusing to let fear hold you back anymore, because fear is nothing but a lie. Do not let doubt steal this precious moment away from you, because doubt is simply a weapon used by the enemy to ruin your blessings. Instead, open your heart wide, receive the beautiful peace that is being poured into your soul right now, and welcome the presence of the protective angels. Let this deep love wrap around your entire being like a warm blanket that no earthly storm can ever tear away from you. You are completely safe, you are totally shielded, and you are loved with a affection that has no end. Even on those difficult days when you do not feel strong enough to say a prayer, there is an active intercession happening on your behalf. Even when your personal faith feels incredibly small and weak, you must know that grace is completely sufficient to carry you through. Even when you look ahead and cannot see the path forward, a bright light is guiding your daily steps. In this exact hour, a promise is being fulfilled that you will feel this presence closer than you ever have before in your entire life. Heaven is completely surrounding your life. A comforting spirit is filling your soul, and helpful angels are moving all around you to give you the ultimate assurance that you are never alone and you never will be. This message speaks directly to the hidden part of you that hides behind fake smiles and complete silence, the part of your soul that has carried deep emotional pain for so long that you have almost completely forgotten what it feels like to live a free and happy life. You often assume that nobody sees your pain and nobody understands your situation, but everything is fully seen and understood. Every single lonely night you spent awake, every unanswered question that bothered your mind, and every fear you were too afraid to speak out loud has been witnessed. You have been watched as you pretended to be strong and put together for the sake of other people, while you were secretly crumbling into pieces on the inside. The way you desperately try to hold your life together when nobody else is around to support or hold you has been seen. You assumed you were completely invisible in your daily struggles, but you have actually never been invisible for a single moment. The intense loneliness that has pressed down against your heart like a massive, heavy weight is fully understood. There were so many times when you looked around at the world and felt like absolutely nobody truly understood the depth of your soul. You forced yourself to smile and laugh while in the company of other people, but the moment the laughter stopped and the room went dark, you immediately felt that familiar ache of emptiness return. There were so many nights when you laid your head down on your pillow and whispered into the dark room, wondering if anyone cared about you or if you were truly worth anything at all. The absolute truth is that you are worth everything. You are worth a massive sacrifice, and you are valued beyond measure. Loneliness tried its best to convince your mind that you were entirely forgotten, but a deep truth is being spoken over you right now, which is that you are remembered, you are seen, and you are loved with an incredible intensity. Even when other human beings choose to walk away from your life, a true presence remains right by your side. When people fail to keep their promises and let you down, this love will never fail you. And when the silence around you feels louder than words, a comforting presence fills that emptiness with an unshakable affection. The painful sting of betrayal that you had to endure is fully known, and it is well understood how terrible it felt when someone you trusted completely with your heart broke it into pieces. The tears you cried in secret when harsh words were used against you, when lies were spoken about your character, and when love was turned into deep emotional wounds were all seen. You were accompanied when you whispered out loud, wondering why they would hurt you so badly. Every single one of those tears was caught, and the deep pain was never overlooked or ignored. The betrayal you experienced may have cut very deep into your soul, but it is not going to destroy you because a healing hand has been placed over your heart to repair everything that was broken. You assumed that their bad actions defined your true worth as a person, But those betrayals do not define who you are at all, because only pure love defines your value. You are definitely not the bad things they said about you, and you are not the rejection they threw in your face, because you belong to a higher power and no human betrayal can ever change that truth. The difficult financial struggles that have weighed on your life like heavy chains are fully understood. The moments you looked at the small amount of money you had and wondered how it could ever be enough to survive were all witnessed. Your worries about tomorrow, the times you tried to stretch your limited resources, and your quiet hopes that things would carry you a little bit farther were all seen. The bills that kept you awake at night and the intense anxiety that made your chest feel tight have been completely noticed. You might have felt a lot of shame for worrying so much, but there is absolutely no condemnation or judgment for you because your situation is fully understood. You are being reminded today that your daily needs will always be provided for, just like a large nation was fed in the wilderness with food from heaven, and a few small loaves of bread and fish were multiplied to feed thousands of hungry people. You must never think that you will be abandoned in a state of lack, because even during your tightest and most difficult financial moments, you have been kept standing. The hour of wonderful provision is incredibly near, and doors of opportunity are going to open up that you could never even imagine in your wildest dreams. Resources are going to be placed directly into your hands through completely unexpected people, and in ways that you could never have planned on your own. You will see clearly that paths can be made in the middle of difficult deserts and streams can flow in empty isthmus. So you must not let fear bind your mind anymore because your provision is completely secure. If you keep your eyes focused on eternal things, you will find true peace. The secret health fears you have carried in your mind are fully known, including the physical pain in your body, the weakness in your frame, and the constant worries that real healing would never come to you. The prayers you whispered when nobody else was around to hear you, begging for healing and for the pain to be taken away, were all fully received. You can be assured that your cries have never been ignored, because healing, restoration, and life are being brought into places where sickness tries to stay. You do not need to fear the dark valleys of life because you are being accompanied through them, and your body, mind, and spirit are being touched with a renewing power right now. A healing presence is surrounding your life at this very moment, and while some healings happen instantly, others take time to manifest. But a wonderful work is happening inside you either way. The very breath inside your lungs is living proof that you are being sustained, and you will definitely see a healing hand move in your life. The heavy weight of unanswered prayers that left you feeling incredibly weary and tired is fully understood. The cries you lifted up day after day were all heard, even when the silence that followed those prayers felt completely unbearable to your spirit. You often wondered if your voice was actually being heard, if anyone cared, or if your prayers even mattered at all. Every single word you ever prayed successfully reached its destination, and not a single prayer was ever wasted or thrown away. Some of the answers were simply delayed for a little while, but they were never denied, and some requests were held back because a much bigger and better plan was being prepared for you than what you originally asked for. The process of waiting has been incredibly difficult for you, but that waiting time was never empty because it was actually shaping your character, deepening your personal faith, and refining your inner spirit. Right now, some of those long-awaited prayers are on the verge of being answered, and within this very hour, you're going to see the very first signs of a beautiful response. You will know with absolute certainty that you were never forgotten, and your prayers were never left unanswered. Absolutely nothing you have gone through has escaped notice, because every silent battle, every hidden wound, and every quiet burden was completely seen, shared, and carried right along with you. You were never alone in your tears because you were being held through every single difficult moment. This difficult season of struggle is not going to last forever, because sadness is being turned into true joy, sorrow is being turned into a celebration, and fear is being transformed into strength. The heavy chains that bound your life are breaking apart. The sadness is lifting. The loneliness is being filled with a loving presence, and the pain of betrayal is being healed by deep affection. Financial lack is being replaced with wonderful provision. Physical sickness is being touched by healing power, and your unanswered prayers are being fulfilled according to a perfect timeline. You must not give up on your life right now, and you must not let despair win the battle over your mind, because this is definitely not the end of your story, but it is the ultimate turning point and the hour of real change. Everything you had to endure was not a waste of time, because it was actually preparing your spirit for the wonderful things that are about to be released into your life. Other people might not understand what is happening to you, and they might not see the hidden work, but you will know the truth firsthand. You will know that a faithful promise has been kept, that nothing in your life ever escaped attention, and that you were accompanied through every single trial. You can lift your head up high, wipe away your tears, and breathe in a deep sense of hope once again. You are fully supported. Things are moving in your favor right now, and within this hour, you will see a clear sign, a breakthrough, and a real answer. You must not lose heart because you are seen. You are loved. You are chosen. And your deepest struggles are currently turning into amazing testimonies of glory. This is absolutely not a casual message or something that you should take lightly, because the exact moment you are receiving these words is a special appointment that was carved into the fabric of eternity long before you were born. This is a divine interruption in your normal day, meant to show you that heaven is actively moving on your behalf right now. And if you stop listening, you will miss out on the beautiful blessing that has been prepared for this specific moment. This is a major crossing point and a threshold into a brand new season of life. But this doorway will not stay open forever, and it requires an immediate response from your heart. You have a very short time to make a choice, not out of cruelty or fear, but because the extreme urgency of this hour requires you to act without delay. Wonderful blessings are flowing down right now, and if your mind remains closed, they will pass you by without being received. The enemy will try very hard to distract your attention during these critical moments by causing your phone to buzz, making your mind wander, or convincing you that this message is meant for someone else. You must not let distractions rob you of the beautiful treasure that is being placed right in front of you. Within these next moments, open your heart completely, push away all doubt, cast out all fear, and re-eject the thought that this good news belongs to someone else, because it was created specifically for you. This message was prepared for your life, and if you delay your response, you will miss out on what has already been set in motion. This is an instruction that requires your immediate attention because you have asked for answers, cried out for signs, and begged for clear direction, and now here it is. Do not let hesitation cause you to walk away with empty hands, because these blessings are aimed directly at those who are willing to open themselves up to receive them. You are standing right at the very edge of a massive breakthrough, but your immediate response determines whether you will step into it or walk right past it. You should remember how people throughout history had to make quick choices to trust and move forward in faith rather than turning back in fear, and how those immediate decisions released incredible power. This is your personal moment to step out of your comfort zone and move forward without any delay. What is about to happen in your life requires you to act right now while the window of opportunity is completely open. Helpful angels are already near, and a beautiful blessing has already been written into your life story. But if you walk away now, you will forfeit what was meant to be yours. You are given a clear choice between life and faith or doubt and hesitation, and you are being encouraged to choose life and believe the promise right now. It takes only a few seconds to say yes in your heart, to whisper that you believe, and to open yourself up to receive what is being given to you. Do not waste this precious time on doubt, fear, or hesitation, because your miracle and your breakthrough are tied directly to this exact moment. It is well known how many times you have been disappointed in the past, and how fear has trained your mind to expect leftovers, but you must not let hesitation rob you right at the edge of fulfillment. A loving spirit is moving swiftly, and you need to move right along with it because this urgency is meant to set you free from the endless cycle of delay, hesitation, and unbelief. You are being lifted into a beautiful place of faith where miracles happen, doors open, and chains break apart. This urgent message is clear proof that heaven is moving for you right now, responding to the prayers you have offered up for years. You are not being asked to perform difficult actions, to strive, or to prove your worth, but you are simply being asked for a simple, immediate response of surrender and faith. Think about all the wonderful things that are at stake right now, including the provision you asked for, the healing you begged for, the restoration you longed for, and the open doors you prayed for. All of those things are tied to this very moment, so you must not dismiss it or let negative voices rob you of what is already yours. The enemy will tell you that nothing will change and that this is not for you, but the truth is that everything is about to change, and this message was written for you before the world began. You can likely feel this truth right now as a warm stirring in your chest and an awareness in your spirit that this is no ordinary message. If you choose to stay, receive these words and open yourself up completely, you will step into a massive life shift that will redefine everything for you. You're going to see doors open that no human being can ever shut, provision flow from completely unexpected places, healing spring forth in your body, peace flood your mind, and joy return to your heart. You will experience the total restoration of what was lost, the renewal of what was broken, and the revival of what felt dead. Take this moment right now to open your heart completely without waiting for later, because later will be too late. This moment is holy, special, and appointed for you, and all that is required is your surrender while a higher power handles all the rest. As you whisper your agreement and belief, you will see the heavens respond to your faith. A loving presence is closer to you than you realize, speaking louder than your deepest doubts and pushing through every single wall that tried to block your progress. The blessing is fully prepared. The angels are moving into position. The heavens are wide open, and all that remains is for your heart to say yes. Do not delay, do not hesitate, and do not miss this incredible hour, because the moment you open your heart, you will immediately feel the shift, sense the nearness of comfort, and know without a doubt that you are standing under a beautiful outpouring of heavenly blessings.